Hello, and welcome back to another OT anti-bingo match. I am joined with Zero SG here, so hello and welcome. All right, I think both players are pretty much ready, except I just have to deal with an ad. But we should pretty much be ready to go. I think you are still also muted in this channel, by the way. Somehow we made it into the restream channel, so yeah. I'll share this in here as well, and both players look to be ready. I will send them on their way. And then we'll be looking at the board for a 3-minute selection. All right, I will send them on their way. And we should have a board, and we can discuss the context here as well. So first, let's just talk about the board. Here we go. What do you see? What do you feel? Yeah. We got Well, what do you know? I will say we got the first board with a very, very special goal. So how this is going to work is Egg is going to get a random pick because he was normally going to play Saria's Object, but they had to drop out. So this Egg has already technically won, but he's going to get a random pick. But to go through sort of the experience, he's going to be picking a row for Link. Yeah, so unlucky for Link to see this goal here, which means it's pretty likely, I would guess, to see column 3 or row 4. But you did see Rusty switches. That's true. And you got 10 stoppos. Yeah, I also sort of just look at the middle and make my way through. It would be a cool exhibition to see Link do the hover in Lon Lon, because I think he does know it. We will be going through the full 3 minutes just because Egg will have to pick. Okay, sorry. It's back. Yeah. Bronze Gauntlets on here and defeat Stalfos. We'll see. Not sure what row Link or Egg will get as a random pick, but I'm pretty sure that Link is going to have to do the Lon Lon Skulls. Okay, 30 seconds left. Accept the timer, which, okay, has also been minimized. It'll be exciting to see what Egg gets here. Maybe some of the other rows that we talked about will show up. Yeah. We shall see. Change this to 0. Right. Okay, Bingo Bot. I don't know if Bingo Bot has shown. I think it will show for Egg what row he gets. But we do know at least that I think we'll be doing row 4. I think of the two long rows, this one does look to be a bit longer. I don't know. If you had to pick one of the two long rows, what would you go with? Yeah. Okay, 1 second. I don't. Hold on. Supposedly. Alright. Sorry, you may have been muted on the stream. And it's still not coming through. Let's see. Why is that happening? Have the application thing here. So weird. Okay, can you try saying some stuff? So weird, man. Okay. Earth to 0. Still not showing up here. Let me try to change the scene at least to this. Look, there's the icon. It'll even show you. Okay, let me re-add application. It is still the same pack I've used, so I don't know why it wouldn't. I will pop out the rows in the meantime as well. 4-0. I know. I brought 0 in here. I'll add a new application. Doesn't even show up, dude. Oh, Discord, why must you be like this? In the meantime, though, they'll both be just prepping early stuff. Garg has tons to say in chat. Any 0 testers? Dude, how can that be so annoying? Yeah. Yeah, let me try closing Discord, coming back. Okay. I'm still in here. Okay. I'll try disconnecting maybe. Yes, it is also, so I'm hearing. I have it as a separate application source, but I could try to do this desktop. Also just try to close Discord one more time. Link has sword, Eggmeister is... VLTR is actually a pretty cool row. Okay. Hello again. Still no thing from 0. Yeah. Problem is it isn't showing up as a source. I could go, we could try to do desktop audio for a bit. Which is sad, but possible. Do. Okay, one more attempt.
Let me know when you want me to test.
Oh, I think I have added you.
Oh, hello everybody.
Could it be?
Garg?
Zero in the house. Only
Hi.
several minutes late. Courtesy of me. Ooh. What did we really miss? Why are we just have a bottle? We're getting
Literally the
cuckoos.
exact same thing.
Got zero at zero volume too. Yeah, I killed Zero's Nocturne Run for the record. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry for being late, by the way, guys. That's 100% my fault. I was in the middle of some other stuff, I guess.
Okay, well, now that we have our bearings here, we can talk maybe more about eggs. Just start from the top, Zero. What do you want to say? Hello.
I mean, I think Egg has a pretty easy road compared to Link for sure.
Bombchu Bowling, though, and Stalfos. I mean, it'll be interesting.
I think Egg likes Stalfos, doesn't he?
Egg has certainly
Or is that just
speculated
being
about it.
you?
I'm not sure if he's really done it too many times. Egg has done picks a lot, so he's used to the unknown. And Egg is an avid bingoer. He's very well rounded. He's done pretty much everything you can think of, except for maybe Lon Lon Skulls.
I was gonna say unless he was practicing Lon Lon Skulls, which everybody I would assume has been doing. Like so something like Lon Lon Skulls may not be exactly the worst goal to give somebody in an anti-bingo had they been practicing.
Right.
Like knowing that that was probably something that everybody hates, right?
Yes, 10 Stalfos is a new goal, courtesy of me, to blame, and others. We can talk about that goal maybe during Egg's adult cutscene, but you know, basically it's a jungle jump plus plus, like Garg said. There's 5 in forest and others scattered across the land. But looks like Egg is going to go straight adult, which makes me think he's going to go back in time for the Bombchu Bowling. Because that is a goal you'd want to do as child. But yeah. I'm not sure if back in time is a good thing or not, but it's something you can do if you want, I guess.
So if he does go back in time, I would assume he's going to do trade quests then, and then just get maybe Dens or something as a child as well.
Yeah, the alternative, I guess, would... Can you skip Spirit? Because you do probably have to go to GTG. There's 2 pretty easy Stalfos there, as well as 1 in Spirit. So I could see that, but... You know, the other argument would be to do Bombchu Bowling immediately. BTC, do it all in your first child experience. Get Din's Fire and maybe Furor's. I don't know. We'll see what Egg wants to do. This is Egg's. This is an Egg submission.
Oh,
So Link, I missed if Link got the gold rupee yet. I guess we'll see what his rupee count is. Okay, he's got to get choose, got to get shields, you got to get the gold rupee, a lot of errands to run here in bottom of the well before the real fun starts. If you had to do row 4-0, what would you go for the hover, or would you
I would personally get boomerang, but I don't know. I never bothered to learn the like the fast strats, so to speak, for Lon Lon. I was personally hoping I would never get that goal because I would have just got boomerang. So I guess in that sense, it wouldn't have been terrible.
I think that's what 90%, 95% of people, even most bingo players, would agree with you there. I'm really glad we get to see it, because this is probably the whole motivation for having the tournament, is to see people do this goal, because there is not much reason to ever do this goal unless you have a boomerang goal explicitly under normal circumstances. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe we just haven't seen it, but it is an extremely punishing goal if you don't have a plethora of choose or skill. So, you know, despite all that, I do think Link is going to go for it, which I think will be nice to see. We see a little nice setup here, cabbage setup to super consistent swim over to Dead Hand's room where the first gold rupee is. Link's going to have to get
That
all
left
6.
swim is really nice.
Yeah, now to actually find the rupee chest, a challenge indeed. Okay, mission accomplished. Meanwhile, Egg going adult, he's going to be doing the adult trade quest to get Zelda's Lullaby for the fairy spells. So hopefully by the time in the next 20 minutes, Link will have the Lon Lon skulls as well. And we will see for sure whether he's going to go for the hover or not in a few seconds.
So you mentioned having a plethora of choose. What would be the safe strat then? Just going to, like, getting another stick, going to graveyard and RBAing choose there to have, you know, like you said, the plethora of choose.
Yeah,
Before going to
so
Lon Lon.
this strat to hover takes somewhere between 8 and 9. And Link already had to use 1 to get the gold rupee, so
To get the gold rupee, right?
it's the strat I do that Link may do as well may take 9. So it's going to be, you have 1 shot for most of the parts of this. What you could do is wait outside, cack. This looks like that's what he's going to do.
That's what he's doing.
To get a Poe. Nice little gainer. And it's going to be probably like a 1.5 to 2 minute commitment, but each reset is also going to be like several minutes, because if you reset, you're going to be back in bottom of the well. You have to go back to Lon Lon and do everything over again. So definitely don't blame anyone for doing this. It's basically hedging your bets that if Link can get this the first try after RBing Poe, it's about a little bit faster than a second try hover. And having a Poe is going to be nice for adult as well. Like Tob's saying, you can get this too. Sure. I always am afraid to do these because it takes like 3 or 4 hits with Kokiri Sword versus 2 with Stick. But
I usually just save this for adult as well.
gonna be making progress.
Or have an extra stick.
Yeah. Who's messaging? Yeah, I guess I do get, maybe I get application pings. Let me turn back on streamer mode. Dorothy was helping me with the Discord issue. So, Link did a little equip swap, I think, over the stick slot, so that you could have another bottle before RBing. I didn't know there was a Poe behind this one, too. Normally what you might want to do is get RBA first, get bottle and B, but you don't have a stick. I think we both know our names here, so I can probably hide this. So yeah, the Poe is going to be
Oh,
the way to
bullying Link a little bit.
get more bomb chews.
Of course, it spawned out of bounds and he can't get it. Pretty cool.
I didn't know there's another Poe here. I'm always thinking of the one next to the shield grave. Actually getting trolled. Ooh, from the top. There's a Poe in every grave. Rip. Rip to all the souls in the child graveyard. Okay, so Link setting up Bottle and B with this bush. Eggmeister.
Egg starting trade quest.
Trade quest, and I would be so pleased to see him walk out of this town right now. Get the heck out of this town. Let's go. So 2 fairy spells, you're gonna have to play a lot of songs. Which means getting the ocarina during this egg hatch is a pretty good decision. Bravo, egg. Falling to my propaganda. Unless he's just, oh, he's putting Bottle and B first, maybe.
It looks like he's going to do the Poe West, maybe.
You know, it took me forever to realize that this Poe is different from the one in the graveyard. Like, it's really obvious if you look at them there. This guy's like huge and spits fire at you. He's got like an extra little hat. Or what are these things, like ears?
Hood tassels.
Is it a hood or is it actually like part of the body?
I thought it was like a hood, but
If it's not a hood, then it's like a really creepy looking, I don't know, it's sort of like a koala. Like an evil koala. It did take, okay, so egg maybe just damaged down. Maybe he's not getting ocarina.
I mean, he might be killing daylight with getting this Poe
Yeah,
and then doing a little bit of RBA action.
I mean, sure. I don't really know what egg needs to choose for the RBA. It really just needs a couple. Why would he get Ocarina Top? Because Fairy Spells is already like 3. And you're going to Nocturne, you're going to ride the boat. That's 2 extra right there.
So, typically, what would you say is a good song play limit before you decide you want to get the ocarina?
If you're doing it during Egg Hatch, then it's going to be like 6 songs. 5, 6 songs you want to do at least. Maybe closer to 7. And yeah, sure, optimally, Egg could have Wise escaped or done some other escape. If you know you're not going to bottom of the well, you can do that. I probably would have gotten Sword and done the triple slash escape, but still, if you're in this situation and you're already adult, I think Ocarina is still worth it. Especially if Egg doesn't have to go to Ganon's castle. But if he is planning the Stalfos in Ganon's castle, you probably would just want to reset. Anyway, Link has started the first part of this hover. He's gotten onto
The moment we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, he's on the box and he's doing 4 side flip hovers here. It's not too precise what frame you get. You just want to get enough height plus distance. I think you also got Gwei ISG. That makes this a lot easier. Ooh, dang. I don't know what the issue was there. Looked like he was a little further back. Anyway, gonna lure this Gwei over again. Annoying part is Link loses ISG when he climbs this box, so... Death to the Gwei. That's sad. These Gweis also just like never want to chase you when you actually want them. They're just always on your
Right.
ass when you're by the other skull, but somehow can't be found. Oh man, I mean, you could do
Literally
this one
can't get away
first.
from them.
You could do this other one first if you wanted. While you're over here. Just look up, look around. There are also some like more towards the tree with the skull. Dude. I guess he could just wait for the one he killed to respawn like Spirit Hover. They really track you for like miles, so you can get on that box and like run super far away from them. They'll still track you. Oh my god, that guy came for seconds. What a troll! And he's just getting out of range.
And he flew away.
Oh my god, I love this goal.
I mean, this alone is motivation enough for me to go get
Boomerang.
Boomerang. Link's child Link is probably mimicking his exact emotions right now.
He's thinking really hard. Hasn't DNF'd.
Man.
He's thinking about his life.
Now, since this doesn't, since this is Egg's race, right? Like, I would assume that whatever time Link gets doesn't affect any of his standings on the actual bracket.
This is how the story went. So I asked Link if he'd want to be in, you know, or actually at the end of the last restream, he said he could be interested in doing this. Egg is already qualified. It's just for the time. And
for Egg's time, correct?
Yeah, it's for Egg's time. Link joined to just have a second view here to let Egg do an anti-pick as well. And yep. Of course, Lothnon's on the board. Okay, so Link is setting up Chew ISG, which is somewhat difficult, I would say. Not the most fun thing in the world.
I would assume you also don't want to blow up this box, right?
Yeah, it has to be like far enough up the wall that it doesn't blow up the box. I believe in Link. Link's got this. The ISG with the Gwei is definitely easier, but he's just had some bad experiences. With all the chews you have, it's probably still fine. If you do what Garg was saying, like aggro Gwei super far away and just like turn around to look at them so that you have ISG by the time it's coming close to you. Egg did get a bomb drop, nice. He's wanted low health probably to do minuet cutscene skip. Extra farming out here. Ooh, even a fairy. Maybe that's what Egg wanted. Broken goal. Yep. Egg really did a favor to Link here.
Has anybody had a chance to do TTG yet?
You know what's interesting is it really hasn't showed up. I don't think it's been in any board tourney match. But that's what I was expecting coming into this tourney. It's what you practice too. The text transfer glitch is a very common thing for Saria's goals plus broken sword
Plus
type
light
stuff.
arrows.
Yeah. Okay, Link seemed to have gotten it. It was the angle good though. I wasn't checking it. Just pray. If Link can even just get this upper skull.
You can spend a lifetime with someone as a wife.
Oh no, an ad.
But you can never
Dude,
really know
so sad.
who they are.
Now we're all in super suspense.
Back when I was super into the prep for the restreams, I also had windows up for each of the people, and I could try to see what I can do as we get trolled here.
Egg just continuing on with raid quest.
Okay, it is definitely a mid roll because I also see it on the other window cap I have. That's really funny. Funny and sad.
I got a quick preview opening link stream of something.
Yeah, only can see the tiny view in the upright. Do you have a play-by-play?
I don't have the tiny view because I got a pre-roll instead.
Okay.
So I just got he's standing. He failed it.
No. Alright. Link is back on the box. Nailing that Chew ISG though. I wonder if it's the angle here. Okay, I don't know if it's this one or one more. It's honestly kind of hard to tell. It is this one. Yeah, okay. So
And I
Eggmeister
don't know.
in Dodonga's Cavern. He's got to beat DC, he's got to get a skull. Link on the box. You know what's crazy? So there's a huge video. Okay, if you're trying to learn this and you search this on YouTube, you're gonna find like a 20-minute long video. And for this hover, you're gonna find after there's gonna be like a table of like height and distance, and then there's gonna be like a formula of what you should do
Based on
how high Link is and
some
how
result.
far, like what frame hovers you did for the first 4. But hey, we're up there. Link
He's
is
up.
on the stable. And now he has to do a mega flip. Standard mega flip to get onto the other building. That's a good frame. He's maybe gonna, I don't know if he's gonna try to keep ISG and kill this other one with a chew or not. As long as he doesn't die here. Okay. Uh-oh. You know, I don't remember if we found a good way for this to work. Because honestly, after you kill it, I just like to side hop to fall down. I would say just maybe get it. Uh-oh. I'm scared he lost ISG. I don't know if this works as a way to get the skull. I was in Link's stream when we were labbing this a little bit. Okay. Oh,
And he got it.
he got the first. That's a huge relief. Clap, 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 clap. The first of the 2 difficult skulls. 10 chews left. I don't know if he got the tree. I wasn't counting, but okay. Maybe he wants Navi again. 1 Lon Lon Ranch area Skulltula.
So what is Egg doing with the timer here?
Very good point. I didn't realize this. Is the timer going down?
Yes, he has mushroom.
Oh my god, 0. That's a huge catch. Egg has been... I don't know. He really likes to tinker around with mushroom shenanigans. Maybe he's gonna do a DC wrong warp? This is crazy. Or maybe he's just gonna dupe over the slot so he doesn't... So what you can do is if you dupe over the mushroom while having it equip swapped before the time runs out, you'll just reload the scene. But I don't know if he's trying to do a DC wrong warp with this mushroom right now. I'm honestly pretty scared for Egg.
I mean, he's
Got
he's
7.
definitely trying to
What
delay
is
the
going
timer.
on? Does anyone know if Egg has a plan here? To skip watching the cutscene if you go in, is it pretty lenient? Okay, by the way, Link is on the fence. This is also kind of tense here. For this other really difficult skull on the wall. You've got the Gwei that control you. What is this angle? Okay. Another shuffle ESS hover. Okay, I think he's trying to do the... He's duping over a mushroom. Dupe over the real one. Okay. And just watching it.
And Link, like he did not get his skull.
What happened?
Looks like he got hit by the Skulltella or a Gwei.
The Gwei. Yep. Yeah, heck, maybe could have done a mushroom long warp. Got hit by the skull. This is a nice little setup. I would honestly do it a bit further from the fence because the Gwei is gonna aggro you from over there. If you go a bit further from the fence, it won't aggro you. And no ISG. So that's sad. Can save.
I'm
one
not
for
sure
the-
what happened with Egg there.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a good idea to do a DC cutscene skip.
Maybe he just failed.
But I
whatever
think
he
he's
was-
just worried about after beating DC if he is going to get warped back to the forest. Instead, he's just going to get warped back to the beginning of this scene once it ends. Which you could probably make it into CAC because this cutscene puts you like right at the bottom of Death Mountain Trails Adult. Oh, okay, and over in Link Land, we're back over by the wall. Still okay with choose. I honestly buffer this backflip. Yeah, okay, so Egg's gonna probably just wait this out, and then it'll warp him back to the beginning of this scene. Nice. Egg also did get this. If you're Link, I mean, at least you're not, this doesn't impact you in the tournament. You're having a good time, maybe we can laugh about it later. Ha ha ha, those long mod skulls. Ha ha ha. But he did get it looks like, if he's going over here. Or maybe, no, he's maybe RBing more. Okay.
I think he might be trying to get more chews right now, yeah.
He's having a blast. 2 chews also. For another reason to be kind of stressed out is if you got to get this RBA. The Gwei. Oh my god, the 2 Gweis.
Gweis are just out for blood when you don't want them around. You mentioned before.
Let's go back to Link's audio. You could, okay, uh-oh, no bugs. That's not great. That's actually kind of bad. But surely he won't need to RB again. Surely 58 chews is sufficient. Egg is getting bottle and B again. My guess is Egg's time is also going to be kind of high. Just from... Oh no, this can happen too, dude. Oh no.
Oh, so
Oh,
he
if
changed
he...
defense.
The problem is the loading zone to steal opponent is just like right there. And you can very easily... It's...
I mean, this is what anti-bingo is all about.
This is anti-bingo.
Hoping for situations just like this.
Yeah. It's just the time of day you waste from... Or actually, it's just the time of this here. Because you do have to wait for a day to come anyway. Mr. $2 Gargoyle has a nice strat, a route for these 4 skulls where you end on that. And then you side hop out of the ranch. It's actually really sick. Oh no, health. As if there wasn't enough to worry about. Look at their happy faces. They're happy.
Boys are so pleased with themselves right now.
They're just so happy. So the bad news is, if you had gotten Boomerang, it probably would have been done at this point. But we're learning a lot. It's an exhibition. I hope this is
Like
the
you
first.
said, this doesn't really have anything on the line for either one of them. So
It's sort of, I mean, Egg most likely is going to have.
time, right?
So the problem is Egg forfeited his first match after losing to, I think it was Hyafo. And it was unfortunate because Egg was maybe a few minutes away. Could have gotten maybe a 125 or sub 130. But it was, I think, 6 a.m. that his match was. And it was looking rough. Just didn't look like he was having a fun time. So the forfeit was understandable. But it does count as a 4-hour time for the median.
I was just gonna ask, do they go to directly to a 4-hour time?
It does. So unfortunately for Egg, he's gonna have a pretty brutal time in seeding. But there is a scenario where it could matter. So Kadrin, aka Game Boy, also has his match tomorrow, and he's also DNF'd against me last week. So if Kadrin wins, he'll also have a 4-hour time as part of his median, and maybe it matters what Egg gets in that case.
To put him, I guess, maybe less far from the bottom, depending on what
Yeah.
Kadrin gets.
Okay. Link setting up this. I don't know where the Gwei is. Gwei radar? Gwaydar? Anyone? Okay.
And
Ooh.
there it is.
There we go. Huge.
And that is all 4, correct?
I actually
Or still
forget.
have to go back
I
and
don't
get
know.
the,
Did he get the tree? Did he get the other one?
Well, he died to the one in the back. I don't recall seeing him grab the other one.
Does anyone have knowledge of the other two?
I'm assuming he must have got them both.
I will assume
If he's
that.
leaving.
Yeah. That would be a horrible thing to forget, but we can also check skull count later. Look, Egg's not even really done with. He just finished trade quest. Got plenty of time. Egg is on the stash. About to enter that stash.
I don't think I've seen anybody really do mustache clip in a long time.
I really enjoy mustache clip. I think I always opt to do it, but it is extremely frustrating to fail, and also like your health is always a concern. These babas troll the fuck out of you, and then each hit attempt takes half a heart, yada yada. Okay.
So for me, doing all dungeons, I would never not have hover boots
Right.
at this point. That's just how I guess naturally route trade quest. Like I'll probably get Saw and then go directly to Shadow.
That is the typical trade quest thing. But since right after Saw you are so close to Deku and you don't always have a reason to come back. Sometimes it's common to do it without hover boots here. Understandable. Link, looking like potentially a child ZL approach, which I can get behind. Egg
Which he
being
needs
careful.
just ZL for light trial, correct? Like, so that if he can avoid trade quest, I'd assume that's what his goal is here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Link's winning, Slang, welcome. 1 goal to 0. No. Link did complete the skulls in Lon Lon, which is a huge accomplishment. Honestly, deserves a win. But maybe had 15 to 20 minutes of fun in the ranch. Yeah, so
Just grabbing his second child's goal.
Light Trial is a goal that on paper needs Zelda's Lullaby. There is, if you're already going for the Lon Lon hover, there's a really tough hover you can do in Light Trial as well. To skip ZL if you really want it. Only the likes of Consultant have attempted such a thing. Mutant, we gotta get you back in these commentary things. When will we see the return? Consultant has attempted Light Trial without ZL, but you, in most cases, will not have Zelda's Lullaby. It's getting late out there, champ. You always hate to see the nightlight view on your console, because that means the guards are coming out.
Went out to block the way.
Okay. Scary now.
I mean, he might get one more attempt. I didn't see how late it was.
What's the opposite of a vampire? Maybe like a gargoyle? Link during Child ZL quest. Oh, the scene changed. It's like you have to get... I don't even know what you have to do for that to happen. Okay, it's like super sepia now. Geronimo.
I don't think he's gonna make it now. Maybe.
It's over. It's gonna be another... Yeah, it's not
Looks
looking
like
good.
it's night now.
Night night.
Yeah.
Night night, my friend.
Looks like he's just gonna wait it out.
The shield flick, a surefire way to know how someone's feeling. Got any good campfire stories, Zero?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head now. But what Link is doing right now is the story of my life in bingo. Always missing the day cycle or getting a bad night cycle. Constant waiting around.
It's gross. It's sad. Ghosts are scary.
Egg getting magic. Like,
That's right. Egg is completing the Zelda's Lullaby requirements.
so if I was to guess, I would think that Egg is probably going to go either to Forest for the Stalfos or go get maybe what's it called, FW, make jungle jump a little bit easier so you don't have to void out maybe.
Yeah, that's a great point. FW in this row is super nice. You could also use it in Shadow if you want to get the boat ones, and then it actually doesn't really help because you can just void off the boat. But, oh, Poor Link. FW is also going to be helpful, I guess, in forest, like you said. Can avoid voiding. Avoid.
Voiding.
Avoid.
Some good RNG on his bomb drops there with the grass. Got an extra.
Guess we could hop over to Egg's audio. Eggio. Guards, man. Egg making it into Fire Temple.
He's gonna go get the quick boss key. And then guess we'll see what his plan is based on where he warps out of here.
I guess would be a Shadow Temple visit, but an early Furors could be a nice option as well.
I mean, I
Good guess.
suppose Shadow Temple would give him his hovers and some Stalfos to make getting into Jabu a little bit easier, I guess. To
That's
have him
right.
do the Chew thing.
I still have my old, let me get this text out. Gonna get a counter for Egg's Stalfos count.
Look at that. Pretty.
So, reminder on the Stalfos, we haven't really talked about them. There's going to be 3 in Shadow Temple available to Egg. There's always one but deep and sort of by the guillotines. And there's also 2 on the boat. You do have to defeat. Extreme.
It looks like everything's back now, at least from what I'm looking at on OOTP.
I gotta get the NDI
was.
sources that you have. Browser
Those
sources
are the best.
have been pretty good for me, but I do need an upgrade.
And you can tell the NDI source to ignore ads as well, which is also really nice.
Okay, yeah, I gotta set that up for tomorrow.
I can send you some stuff if you want. Looks like Cymarth got ahead of me on that.
Yeah, Cymarth had a nice pack. Nice pack, dude. Let me switch the link and refresh one more time on Egg.
Say Egg, presumably on his way to Astolfos, I would think.
It's a good guess. Mixtalfos to go. I think nailing the cutscene skip. I don't know if I was behind that much, but did Egg do the boat skulls? Or he just got the key? Can't say I missed that
I can't
much.
say I didn't see. It was kind of loading in and out, but it doesn't look like he went there. From what I could see was he did the mega to get through the gate and went directly down to this Stalfos. which he might just void out, which puts you at the top, right?
Yeah, he definitely did the weird shot and then saw movement back to the main room. Okay. Looks like he's doing
So
a
I guess doing this one
backtrack.
first and then going to the boat.
If you void off the boat, you do end up at the top of the room, though. So it's not
At
too
this
bad.
door, correct?
Yeah. Okay, we have both audios. My mistake. So Eggs Row is just a random pick. It's still not maybe... It's a pretty middle of the road row. It's cool that we get to see the 10 Stalfos. New goal. I'd say Bomb 2 Bowling is also one that people do try to pick in anti-bingo.
Just because of either a long child or a force back in time, right?
Right, yeah. Child DC is uncomfortable for a lot of people, and back in time is generally slower. On the boat. So you do have to defeat these bad boys. Can't just let them fall off. Egg did defeat the other one. I hope he does here.
Link wrapping up his child section.
Yeah, 52 minutes. One heart. Little scary. Your Eggmeister. Uh-oh. Is he gonna try to drink? He's gonna try to drink his bugs for extra health before the second Stalfos. It's a rocky boat. You could... Oh, that was close. The boat pushed him up. Egg never getting nuts. Let me say something about this man. He will never get nuts, even if it's in front of his face. Okay, that's scary.
I'm
Scary.
an always grab nuts kind of guy.
If that stuff was fell off, it was gonna be scary. Another scary OI with the boat. Egg just really hates nuts. He's came on here on commentary, post-interview. He just never gets nuts. We're getting nuts. What's up, Chemical?
I don't know. I just generally use the pot right outside of hover boots for nuts, or well, a little bit before, like before you get to the hover boots area, I guess.
Yeah, that one is always
That
in your...
pot right there.
It's always there, dude. He's gonna be in Jabu. He's gonna be in Forest. You're gonna be
No, he
fighting
doesn't have strength.
7 more Stalfos. So...
So how do you think Egg is going to always? How do you think Egg's going to get to Jabu? Is he going to super slide teleport? Is he going to do just like the mega flip from the?
For whatever
from the edge
reason,
there, or-
supersized teleport isn't too common in bingo. The most common one is just a mega flip clipping into the loading zone, but it's always an
I mean,
option.
I feel like the super slide teleport, if you're already farming like right here, right? You're already there.
Yeah, it's maybe something people aren't as fresh on just because sometimes you do have strength. But it is a good option. Unbuffered, baby. Clean. Clean, clean, clean.
Yeah, for me at least, I'm not super comfortable with the mega flip, so I always try to go for the super slide teleport.
It's a sick trick. I think Exodus historically has done it a lot. Bit of an older trick. Super cool to see. Yeah, so let's plan out the remaining 7 Stalfos here for Egg. There's 5 in Forest. That puts you all the way up to 8. And
He
then
only needs 2.
2 more, so most likely GTG, but you could get 2 in Ganons as well if you wanted to skip Sand entirely. I could see that being a pretty good option. You
It depends,
could,
I guess, whether he's going for Nehru's or Din's.
another reminder to me. Mid rolls, doing great.
Nice long one, too.
Yeah.
Edge.
Promise before tomorrow I'll have the NDIs set up.
Also, I'll be around all evening if you need any help with that try.
That's right. Or you could even restream yourself too. There's Nale versus Cadron tomorrow, which I think also the same time as this match.
You know, I should be free. So if you need any commentary or can't get it working, mine's essentially set up. So
Yeah, you should feel free to just take the whole thing. Really going for a nice double chew has. So all things considered, Link has the L, just really needs to do fire and sand. Because he's going to Fire Temple for the boss key and the gold rupee there. He's going out to sand for the GTG chest and Spirit Temple, so maybe it's not so bad.
synced bug drop.
Yeah, that was cool.
Getting his first spell.
That's right. I'm not sure what is better between the 2 in Ganon's Tower or the 2 in GTG to round out Egg's 10th Stelphos. I think if he had watched the Ganon's cutscene, it may be better. But he also doesn't have bomb juice, so I guess getting into Ganon's is a little difficult. So maybe for that reason I would GTG. But he does know the Hess. He knows the Hess into Ganon's.
I mean, if you could avoid having to go, I guess, call it quote unquote all the way to GTG.
It's not, you know, a huge trip. It's maybe,
Like you said, if he knows the Hess, he can just go there. But then I guess you have to go all the way up the tower too.
Egg did innovate with that Hess into Ganon's. Egg's a huge contributor to the research world and strat development community. So, major props to Egg. But playing Serenade makes me think we're going to GTG. The failed Mega Fall of Shame, followed by the Swim of Sadness.
That's my favorite.
And the Walk of Weariness. It's like 3 things you have to suffer through.
I would generally just go for a Hess out of the water, out of just pure frustration.
Fail that too, just to
fail that too on that big slope. Yep.
Why not?
Nice bomb drop though.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to have bombs. If you're doing forest and you're doing jungle jump, that's a trick that eats up a lot of explosives.
I was gonna say, if doing jungle jump, I try to go in with as many bombs as I can.
Yeah.
I mean, at bare minimum, even if you do it right, it's 5 bombs, and that's quite a few.
Exactly.
If you get it first try.
Link heading over to Shadow. Yeah, if you fail in Forest Temple,
you're at minimum losing 3 bombs. per failure.
Yeah.
Unless maybe you catch a bad bomb drop, excuse me, on the second drop or something.
So, Link is getting hover boots. It's actually not needed, I would say. Technically speaking, put my little nerd hat on. There's nothing that you technically need hover boots for, but it'll make the hover and fire temple nicer, and spirit temple skull routing.
I mean, I guess it could make, unless, oh, I was going to say, it could make the Goron City Gold Rupee just slightly easier depending on how you're going about getting it.
That's true. Link won't have strength. Either have to Hess or do the little box hop.
Good mindset, Ortho.
Yeah. GL.
So quick aside with this trick that Egg's doing to get into GTG, what causes your side hop not to be a full side hop? Or like, I guess a short side hop?
I didn't know there's such thing as a short side hop.
So sometimes if I start to fail it, I don't get the side hop and it doesn't go as far as it should. It goes really, like a really short side hop there.
Damn, I mean, I know that what can fail there is if you're rushing it and not waiting for Link to settle after the, you know, the hover boots slidiness. But yeah, it could be something related to that too.
I think getting a little bullied by the dead hand here.
Getting his hover boots. It's going to be fully set up. It's going to be great. Excuse me, streamer. What's happening with the feeds? I guess GTG does make sense.
Well, Egg's getting his choose now.
Yeah. Egg will have his bomb choose. He would have to
So
bet
I guess
on...
possibly Ganon's castle back on the menu.
I think it's mostly for getting into Din's. I guess we'll see. There's still a question of what the second fairy spell will be. We'll find that out shortly.
I mean, I guess, I don't know. I feel like getting Dins wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but
Din's is going to be like a
not a
2.
expert router. That seems to be my biggest weakness for bingo. So
from jail, it's probably, if you get a nice wasteland Hess, it's probably an even. But if you have choose and you're doing Bombchu bowling, just, you know, easy freezy it up, head over to the Din's Fire grotto and call it a day. Oh, the bait. Eggmeister, thinking.
contemplating while his bugs dig.
No, I think the problem was he played Serenade when he was going to play Minuet, I think.
Oh, I see.
Din's is probably safer and maybe just be faster optimally as well. But it does factor into your routing, right? Like if you don't go to GTG, then you don't have choose. So you can't do, it's harder to do the Din's thing explosiveless. Still can, but.
If you did child DC for your skull maybe, and your Deku skull, maybe Ganondorf for 4 Stalfos might not be terrible.
That's a good point. And you also get nice child ZL after leaving.
Right, because you come right out, exactly. And it would be daytime, right? From the enter, like depending on, I guess, you just went from CAC and straight to Ganondorf, even if you went and got twos. Just save warp out of CAC, go to Ganondorf, you'd have plenty of daylight.
Yeah, it's its child experience route per egg, I think, is pretty strong. Child ZL plus child bowling and throwing a Ganondorf there. The problem is, even if you get the 4 there, you still need one more, and I guess it's... I mean, because you have ZL, Shadow is kind of free. The extra 2.
Mm-hmm.
But
That'll
maybe,
put you at 7, right?
yeah. And you do need hover boots regardless to do jungle jump, so you're usually not skipping Shadow Temple.
And you could round out on Forest, I guess.
Yeah, you could just get one in Shadow. Or you could, as child, I think the collapse sequence Stalfos aren't as rewarding. As adult, you can do a little half skip. Yeah, so for Bombchu Bowling to be open, you have to actually beat Dodongo's Cavern. Having the Goron Ruby isn't good enough. You actually need to have stepped in the blue orb.
Egg doing the hard strat or Uncle Jump.
Left side of door.
I feel like those overhead bomb drops are a little bit more difficult than the other side, but it's just me.
Both sides doing a jump, a death hookshot jump. Link doing the doom jump. Egg doing
Almost
the jungle jump. Pretty cool. There we go.
Up and away Egg goes.
I think Egg will probably still clip if he's thinking to use Forest Wind, like you would in MST or something. Egg is also a pioneer of this strat, so super cool to see. It does put you at 2 hearts though, which is a very scary place to be against these Stalfos.
I think Stalfos are low key, probably the hardest enemy in the game, or maybe a hard enemy that's kind of underrated.
Oh yeah, for sure.
At least with low hearts, or 3 hearts in like a typical bingo or speedrun scenario.
It's 8, last 2 coming up. I wonder if Egg will also go down to beat PG from this room. But there's the 10th Stalfos. Ooh, weird shot. Nice. Lizalfos and Denalfos, they do troll you for sure. Ganon's Castle and GTG. It's a cool weird shot. So I'm looking at Link's remaining things, and I could see 20 minutes from now still. Egg has to be PG, and then just go back in time basically. Do Bombchu Bowling, Din's Fire. You're right about having hovers being useful for this. Yeah, so Link is... I sometimes buffer this. Yeah, I don't know if it's 1 or 2 frames, but it also is helpful to side hop into the corner here to get full momentum. I do it a couple times. It got all the bomb chews in the world. One frame. Does seem frustrating then. to do unbuffered. There you go. The link box count is crazy. It's a dead Phantom Ganon. Yeah, you still have to get out of here. Honestly, pretty sad. What do you weird shot the chest? Yeah. So Link can't equip swap because he has the letter. So would either need, I guess you only need one fairy regardless. I think about that as well. Getting trolled by the Goron. Going back and forth on whether to have it or not. That's me. Oh, what? You can void there. Egg getting the cutscene skip. There we go. Now just to skip Prelude and go home. So Link did end up talking to the Goron. That's pretty funny. Went back and forth, voided, had a really fun time.
Yep, I was muted.
For a
Oops.
while. Ah,
Yep, yep.
welcome back. Sorry.
I was gonna say maybe Link going back and forth kind of made a little bit of sense depending on how you failed. It's like, well, he's right here. Makes fire a little safer, I guess. You know, go back. It's like, well, I guess maybe we'll skip it with and use our one fairy and then kind of.
Well, maybe we should get it. Failed to make. Well, maybe.
Right.
it was a pretty funny back and forth. I guess you could skip Bolero. Let's head on in.
The Bolero skip.
Skip, skip. Nice little reverse dot skips, child. Does that got money? 54, okay. One shot to win it all. Any bets on the reward? Feeling a bomb bag
Feeling a
30.
50 rupees today.
Big bomb bag. More choose. Hey, there it is. Bomb bag 30.
Go.
Nice little strat to line up, which I am not very good at, apparently.
It looks like he's a little too far to the right.
Oh. What's up, Darunia? Got the little ledge cancel for this too. Nice. There's Bomb Chew Bowling. $30 bombs and 30 chews. Can't even use the bombs though.
So unfortunate. What a kick in the nuts.
I mean, that's the nice part. If you win it as child, you can maybe get free 30 bombs. Free extra chews. Looking like Egg's gonna get a nice sub 120 here. I didn't see if Link got the boss key already, but
I don't believe they did.
that will be pretty quick. Then gotta climb Fire Temple, get the gold rupee, and head out to Sand. Egg really did luck out that he didn't have to do Lon Skulls. Lucky guy.
And so I guess getting this row was maybe help for him for his DNF versus his this time. Average it out a little bit higher.
Yep, with a 120, it's gonna be like, what is it? Like a 240.
Oh, bad math.
So this is more of like an exhibition because Egg was supposed to play Sorry as object, but they had to drop out, so Egg was just getting a random pick here. It's good sport to participate in this. I guess we can ask Link what he would have picked. My guess is he probably would have also picked row 4. There we go. That's GG's for Eggmeister.
It's the egg. $117.38. Link making his way up to number 5 gold rupee.
Yeah. See if I can get the board back up here. I've asked Egg to join. Interview. Hello.
Hello.
GG's.
Yeah,
Yeah, GG's, man.
How do you feel? Lucky you didn't have to get a Lon. The first board we've seen with Lon.
Yeah, this board was pretty fucking brutal. Like looking at it, with both Bomb Troop Bowling and like Lon are like both good goals to just choose. You also had Rusty's on there. Like you had a lot of good stuff.
10
Bronze Gauntlets, you
Stalfos,
wanted to mess with
Bronze
people.
Gauntlets. Yeah, pretty
Yeah, I
hard
never
to
did
avoid.
10 Stalfos before, but that was pretty fun. I liked it.
Nice. Yeah, you it's nice that you have ZL, you could do Shadow. We were thinking whether Ganon's would be better, but then you would have to go in without choose, and then you maybe wouldn't have choose for child.
Yeah, I think Ganon's is correct because you do just like Spirit Trial choose, or you just hope you get lucky and you get Bomb Troop Bowling choose.
Right.
So I think they can just give you choose, but that's requiring too much luck at that point. You could also just do Explosive Bliss, I guess. But yeah, I think Ganon was correct.
Or are you thinking of...
I want...
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to do early fairy. I forgot to get nuts though. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to get nuts for early fairy, like Trade Quest fairy, if I remember correctly. So you can delete the nuts with for your bugs.
Oh, I see. You can do like a fake what is it? Empty sea. That's one way.
Yeah, Nocturne does MTC there.
Oh.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were trying to do in that egg hatch. I think Ocarina there could have been good too. It's like maybe.
Yeah, Ocarina was definitely better for this row. I played so many songs.
Especially if you're playing on the boat and fairy spells. Fairy spells is the prime candidate IMO for Ocarina, but
Yeah, I mean it's 3 required ZL plays minimum, so that alone means you only have 5 other songs of leeway, which you're always gonna probably play Nocturne and Serenade at least once. So then you have like 3 other songs. But you're also doing boat, so that's another ZL play.
yeah.
And then my bomb count was scuffed itself. I should have bought bomb. It was bad. My bomb RNG was like good at the beginning, and then like awful in the middle, which I guess evens out.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
were you always committed to Back in Time, or were you considering Child 1, maybe Child ZL?
I considered it, but Stalfos is just like you're going forest. Just bid it at that point. Like with 10 different Stalfos, you're jungle jumping. There is no way around that. You're not skipping those 5 Stalfos. So you're going forest anyways. Then at that point, I think bit just wins out. Especially because like DC is significantly faster as adult than as child. So you have all that stuff to consider. I think if Stalfos wasn't here, you definitely would have done like Child 1. I could even see an argument to do like, if Stalfos wasn't here, to do like Vanilla ZL. I could see that. Vanilla ZL into like Magic, then go to Dongo's Cavern. I could see that, and then get like Din's post, Bomb True Bowling, go adult. But I think with Stalfos, I don't know. You have to like, I think for Bomb True Bowling, you really have to avoid SFM entirely to make it worth it for Child 1. Because if you're going into Forest, like, it's essentially 2 minutes to kill PG. So, I don't know. And the fact you get to Doom Jump and everything, you make DC just, like, free. Although I don't know exactly the difference between child and adult DC in terms of, like, clear time. But
Well, I guess, I mean,
I'd
since you
imagine
did
adult
Trade
would be
Quest, you didn't technically have to go into DC for like bombs or anything as adult. It's yeah, the
I
minuet
wanted
and
to
being
do
in
Timeless,
forest is
but
nice. Were you also considering like is there a DC wrong warp you can do into like Deku?
yeah, you could have done that. I guess that would have actually been a pretty idea. The problem is once you die, Mushroom goes away. Which is a
Can
problem.
you not do the dupe and the time expiring at the same time? To like keep
Well, does
it.
the dupe prevent death from resetting it? Does it? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it would just like it would actually cover you if
Oh,
you want
yeah,
to
I think
save
you are
warp
right. I think
too.
if you have it equip swapped and you deleted it, then I think it stays, just like how it does in Valid Timer.
Yeah, I think you're
So
safe
yeah,
to
in that
die
case,
or
it probably
save
would
warp.
have been the play.
It was scary with the
Do that.
timer. We were not sure what you were planning to do because it looked like you were gonna maybe just go right in as the timer expired.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was planning to do timerless. So with timerless, I just go for the one shot, the 1 frame hook pull. If I don't get it, then I'll just do invalid. And usually you're fine with invalid, like it's not that big of a deal. So, but timerless would have been ideal. And then it wouldn't have mattered at all. In that scenario, you definitely don't really want to like wrong warp or what have you, just because then you're deleting mush. But you could also always just do this stuff. But yeah, timerless would have been like timer warp because Deku was the dumbest thing in the route. I didn't do it at the right time, 100%. So that probably should have been better. It's just awkward when to do it.
Yeah, I guess if you have Minuet, then you could like go right after beating
Yeah.
Forest.
You could have, I guess, like wrong warp to Ganon if you wanted to too. That
That's
was an
right.
option.
Yeah, Zero was mentioning that as
We
a
talked
good
about
child
that a little
ZL
bit.
route.
Yeah. You also would get collapse, right? Well, you
Yeah.
have to do the thing, but you could get collapsed Alphos. That's probably correct. I think in that though, you would do it as child, because then you would also just like post Gan and just get vanilla ZL at that point. So there's probably some like wacky child one route you could do that's faster than what I did. But it requires a lot of stuff to not go bad for it to work. But like child Ganondorf would have been really good. Get your 2 Stalfos reset, and then like just get ZL, get your magic, go beat DC, and you're pretty solid at that point. But I think how I did it was fine. I don't know. It's hard to argue against Bit when you know Bit is like you're not gonna mess up Bit really, like compared to all the child stuff you could
I'm
do.
gonna miss a bit if I fail that cutscene skip or the
That's
prelude
fair.
skip too. Then that is sad.
But I don't know. You have to go into forest anyways. Like 10 Stalfos is literally like go for it. There's no way around it. Like yeah, there are ways around it, but like come on, it's 5 Stalfos. All you got to do is struggle drill. It's probably always correct to go forest. So if you're already in forest, then bit just becomes a lot more appealing.
I would bet it's
You don't have to like
even or
think.
comparable.
Yeah, I imagine it's close. So if it's close at that point, then I'm just gonna bit it at that point. Like in my brain, if I'm routing and I'm like, okay, I could do all this wacky stuff as child, or I could just bit and they're probably pretty close. I'm just bit. That's
I mean, at the
just
end of the
gonna be
day,
better
right?
for me. Yeah.
In like a tournament, it's going to be all about what you're less likely to screw up, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And unless I can convince myself that like the wacky child stuff is going to save like a minute of time, which I don't even necessarily know if that's true, then it's not going to be worth it to do it.
I think it is pretty strong. It would be cool to see. I haven't tried it
Yeah.
out, but I'm more on board off the Bomb Chew Bowling Child 1 boat, unless there is explicit back in time.
Yeah.
But
That's fair. I don't
Link,
know. You get both dins too, which is like really nice. But obviously, you would get just dins and child one if you wanted to. Also, NL is like not that big of a deal. The chew thing was just the most awkward thing. I've completely forgot about Spirit Child chews. I would have just done that.
yeah, that didn't occur to me either. But
Yeah, I always forget about those. That would have just made it free, and then you would just not even touch Gerudo area at all. It would have been pointless.
yeah,
I'm curious when Deku would have been routed, but in the bit route. I probably should have done Deku like post forest, I guess. I probably should have just done that.
yeah, I think that's a decent time. But yeah, you looked at it
I mean,
recently,
like post.
right? Magic plus Deku. It's best to do Magic first, then Deku. But you have to
Oh yeah, that's true too.
nail all the S's.
Yeah, we don't even like do any hesses for that. It's also a mustache clip I just hate, even though like it's I'm just not good at it. I wasted a lot of time on that. So having hovers would have been made it free at that point. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's what we were talking about a little bit too, having the hovers for Deku.
Yeah. It just depends. Like I think like you let's see, if you did it post yeah, probably doing it like as literally your last thing before going back child would have just been better. Just like leave forest and go to Deku is like fine. Don't they literally do that like in Hundo? Well, not Hundo, all dungeons anyways. Like it's pretty quick.
Yeah. So in all
So
dungeons, at least on PC, you
yeah.
do Forest Shadow, and then some back in time stuff for FW on B. But Deku's pretty late.
Yeah. So in that case, it's probably It's probably correct to like you only mustache clip if you don't get like Minuet or Bolero. If you get one of them, you probably should wait until you get hovers. Is probably correct. Just because hovers speeds up entry, even if you do mustache like quickly, hovers are still gonna be faster. It also would have let you Ganondorf a lot easier with hover boots if you wanted to do that. Which is probably good. I don't know. Yeah.
yeah. So Link is heading out to do his last gold rupee and then just has to do spirit skulls. He did have quite some trouble with Lon Lon. He got a Poe RB'd that, but
Oh, you did the
yeah,
hover.
it took some time, but we did it. Did the hover. Super cool to see. And then Child ZL for light trial. Were there other rows you were thinking of giving Link? Like, I guess mostly just the other Lon Lon row.
Yeah, column 3 would have been fine. I think it's faster than row 4. I
Yeah.
thought about like column 5 is a bit annoying. You could also done like TLBR, which forces you to just keep Cucko forever. Um,
Yeah,
or actually
TLBR is
TLBL, you could do
pretty.
Child Kojiro too. So yeah, like the first thing I did was just like mark the goals that suck, which is like Lon Lon Ranch, Boundary Bowling, and like Bronze. Bronze doesn't suck, but like you can lose an entire run to Bronze easily. So
Yeah.
and it's pretty much just like choosing like a one thing. Row 1 also looked pretty awful, but you also have like Deku Tree, you have Bottom of the Well choose. I don't know. Row 1's probably like fine in retrospect. It just looks grody because it's TQ plus 30, but you
Yeah.
probably would have just done like Child Kojiro or some shit in that actually.
It's just
Yeah,
annoying
like that.
because you can't really. I guess you still could do fake bomb back, but you're probably gonna do child one bomb two bowling.
For row 1? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I think ideally for row 1 you would do like Wrong Warp as Child to DC.
Oh.
Uh, if you have that, not sorry, not to DC to GTG, and then just get like Child Gojiro. Um, that's like really strong, honestly. I think there's a lot of rows that have like Bomb Shoot Bowling prize that like also are really good with Child Gojiro. So like the Wrong Warp is the best thing to do, but I don't got that unlocked.
I mean, honestly, getting Fish's child is kind of slow, and like
True.
so the wrong warp. I mean, if you're going to
Well, I
GTG,
mean, you
yeah,
just go
but
get to the grotto, it's fine. Like if you just reset post well and just get the grotto on your way to GC instead of doing the lunch. Like you lose like 10 seconds of. It's 10 seconds slower to reset. Well, that's N64 timing. So it's 15 seconds slower to reset for beating DC as child. But if you get a fish on your way, because there's literally a grotto right there by Goron City, so you can just get a fish super quick.
yeah,
You could also, I guess, do CAC grotto, but I don't know if there's probably a bug strat for it. Wouldn't surprise me. Um, I don't think there's a Bombo ice strat for it though. I don't remember.
easy wrong warp is always something that I'm not ever feeling
But
that fresh on. It just feels bad.
yeah, it's like most CS skips, and if you only really play bingo, like most CS skips, you just don't do like a lot of them aren't ridiculously difficult. It's just you never do them. So
I think you found one that was nice that had like a big blue or big red Q, because otherwise the one where you have to like count the
yeah,
fast
but it was a side
flashes.
hop one, which is kind of shit. I don't know. I've gone back and forth with side hop OI. Like it's fine, but it is like the bomb queue is nicer, but then you have to do a side hop OI, which is like kind of precise, and you can't buffer it. And if you mess it up, then that's not great. But
Yeah.
No
that's
bonus
the
items
one
for
I.
Link.
No bonus items.
But yeah, I guess like row 5 would have been fine. Row 5 is looks like a fun row. That's a fun row. That's not a bad row. That's just a fun one. Oh, row 5 looks really fun.
Yeah, you did luck out that didn't have to get picked, because it probably would have been a mirror match in row 4.
Yeah, row 4 would have been fine actually.
Would
I
you
probably
have?
would have just done slash extension, got ring,
Yo.
and then just did trade quest. That's what I would have done. It's a bit slower than the hovers, but like I don't got the hovers unlocked, so I'll just do that.
I'm not sure if the slash extension would be that great, just because you already need to get the gold rupee in bottom of the well.
That's
But
true.
yeah, it's a nice viable route if you want to skip choose. The
Oh
slash
yeah, you're
extension
right.
though is a little, it is a little fun.
It could be fun. Yeah, I guess because of that, you would just do reset into it, which is like fine. I don't know. Getting ranked like not terrible. Not great either though.
So let's talk about the rest of the tournament for you. This is going to be a lot better than your last time of a 4-hour time.
Nice.
Most likely, we'll still put you towards the bottom of the 1-1 seeds, but it may
Yeah, I
mean
get
more
top,
matches
right?
for you. If you enjoy having more matches, then you will probably have to have a match with a lower seed and then face probably top. So
Nice. Let's
you've got
go.
that
Here
to
I
look
get
forward
out of
to.
the tournament lickety split. I love it.
It's you never know, or
Yeah,
we'll see what
being top
happens
one
tomorrow.
anti-bingo by like 10 seconds.
Shoutouts.
He's beating me by 10 minutes.
Shoutouts
So,
to the king.
yeah, it's hard to beat top because top is pretty good.
Yeah, and you get a
Top doesn't really have
104.
many weaknesses to exploit.
It's tough.
But fine by me. I like playing more people. So if you can't beat top, you can't win the tournament anyway. Might as well get out of the way.
Yeah. Might as well get it over with. Get back to picking for normal bingo. Get your life in order. There is more bingo today as well. I think because of daylight savings, it'll be at 5 p.m. Eastern today for European Saturday night bingo and 9:30 p.m. for Saturday night bingo. It's exciting.
Yeah. Also, base TKC, his jungle jump setup is. I'm a fan.
Was that what you used?
Yeah, I just used his.
What do you like about it?
I don't know, everything about it's just so nice.
Yeah, I thought I.
You don't have to do like jump slashes and shit, like ESS turns at all. You just like do a couple slashes. Q's are good. It's kind of annoying to have to like buffer a down, like an up input, because it's hard to tell if you're actually advancing a frame while pulling out the hook shot.
Mhm.
But I mean, that's the case for like every jungle jump. That's just how it be. There's not really much around that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
At least to me, the strat that you did looks a little bit harder than, I don't know, I guess you call it the other one. I don't know if there's multiple, but
Yeah, I just don't like the ESS one, to be honest. If I can avoid ESS turns and not lose time, I'm gonna do that.
Do you use an adapter? Or actually, wait, do you use a pro
I
controller?
use an adapter.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with ESS turns. It's just like if anything's gonna slow you down in the setup, it's gonna be like an ESS turn. Then they
did
the game.
Did
I was gonna say did get that skull, but he's going back in for a setup through the door.
Oh, he got vanilla CL, yeah.
hoping to see the cool hoverless strat, but this is tried and true.
Yeah, I guess for his row.
Could
I'm
skip
curious
hover
if
boots.
for row 4, if you should like child Kurchiro it. Because you're in Lon Lon Ran.
You mean
then you
go
get,
out
like-
and get it? I mean,
It's fine, honestly.
you do have to go back to GTG
But you get
anyway.
your bombs, Kurchiro. You skip DC entirely.
I think the
Nice.
time commitment, you
Yeah,
could.
child Kurchiro is pretty strong.
That's probably
It's better than normal Kurchiro in English.
Probably
So, got that going for it.
decent.
Oh, it might be. I think it actually is faster. I don't know. It depends, but you do get Nocturne, CL, and Song out of it.
Link's
That's
been
fine,
getting
have a
trolled by
minimum.
these flying enemies all bingo long. Some really sad deaths by Gwaze and getting ISG and
Oh.
Lon Lon, and oh man, this keys just won't die. Yeah, we got 2 more matches in this round, both tomorrow. Natalie versus Kadrian and Slang versus Garg. That one's gonna be good. And then we will enter the bracket where the mighty have fallen.
I think Slang versus Garg will be fun to watch, just if only for the fact that they know each other so well.
Oh yeah, they know each other so
Actually
well.
pretty close.
They're gonna really be able to pick good routes for each other, and they're very close in skill as well.
Yeah. It should be a pretty close one. I don't think it matters because they both have a win, right? Besides, like, seeding. But
Yeah,
do we?
Slang
Do
versus
the
Garg.
last 2 matches matter at all for like who gets in the tournament?
Actually, yes. Nally versus Kadrian. The winner of that will
Okay.
advance, and the loser will not. So, if you're Eggmeister, you are rooting for Game Boy / Kadrian to win because they also have 4-hour time as their first match. And
Nah, I'm fine, dude. I'm kind of fine with facing top first because either I get an ego boost by beating top, or I get to not play OT for a bit.
yeah, well, you'll have a match before Tob or TKC, depending, because there's going to be 19 people in the bracket, so there'll be like 3 matches before the round of 16. So it'll be a nice little warm up. But
Yeah.
yeah, shoutouts to the fallen comrades of the pools, Zero, etc.
Heyo.
Really, really glad to see everyone that has been in the tournament. Had some new players. Imagine anti-bingo tournament as your first bingo experience. That's super cool.
It's
And
Dino Nuggies, right? And
yeah.
basically Saria, SO.
yeah, both players are people coming back to bingo. Slask, PBJ. That's been really cool to see.
Yeah, that bingo's been pretty fun. I want to do like pick bingo at some point where we all just do the same row. I think that would also be fun. But that's,
Where
like,
everyone does the same exclamation point pick.
Yeah. Well, just you do one pick and everyone does the exact same row. That'd be cool. That'd be cool just for like optimizing your routing shit because everyone would do the same row, so you would like.
Yeah, I mean, usually it's only like really good rows that you see everyone do the same row and you can compare, but
Yeah.
for average or bad rows, I'm excited to just be able to balance some of the bad goals as well, because we'll have more data on some of this
Yeah.
stuff. The Death Mountain skulls I've taken a look at, and Lon Lon also will be good to have. Alright, I believe this is Link's final skull.
Think so as well.
So, GG's. Probably a few seconds behind. $143.07. Sure, he's quite happy.
Hey, you take what you can. I mean, if you just have a long range hover, like that's props to you, you know.
Yeah.
Good practice.
Yo, Link,
GG.
GG's. Of course, the one
GG.
race where only one person is getting picked has the board with Lon Lon, but
Yeah, dude, I was mildly annoyed that I couldn't pick it for him, but
well, it was
Oh
a
well.
good exhibition nonetheless.
yeah, at least it didn't happen in like one of my actual races, so
Right. Yeah,
I can't
so
be that mad.
you're
Yeah,
well
at least I got
practiced.
Bounty Bowling. So it wasn't like the freest of free.
Yeah.
Before Try adjusts it to show up more.
The bot could have given me like what would have been the freest row on the board.
It was a good pick still. We got to see Stalfos, and
I guess column 2 is kind of free. Column 2 would have been like the most chill row on the planet. Looking at it.
back to this.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of focused on the long skulls. I didn't see much else.
Yeah.
Would you pick the same row if you were to pick for Egg?
Yeah, I would have picked row 4 for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, bro.
There are a lot of nasty goals on here, but still, Lon Lon just takes the cake.
Yeah. Like no matter who the player is, you're losing. The highest percentage of losing time is probably be on long range. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. For the first hover, I was just ESSing to the wrong angle
I was
like
thinking
twice.
that, yeah. And
Yeah.
Gwei
So I
was
had to
trolling you for a
recheck the
while.
video. Yeah.
You're braver than me. I would have got ring.
I mean, it would have been faster if I got right.
So really
It's been
fun.
way too long.
You got to see
There.
all the traps of like backflipping out of Lon Lon on the fence, and
Oh yeah.
Oh, did you get the Epona load? Oh, damn, it sucks.
Yeah, because I just like instinctively backflipped, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" But luckily, I got back in before day, so it wasn't
yeah,
that bad.
not too bad.
Yeah, at least you had like a Poe and stuff, because like,
Oh
can you
yeah, I
technically
definitely got a
do
paw.
four? You can do 4 Lon Lon with like just the 10 choose technically, but like
Yeah,
that's
it's like
you know,
8 choose, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's scary. You definitely
But,
can.
goes
I mean, I used one for
It-
the rupee chest, and then like I was gonna get Child CL, so that's like 2 more. So
yeah,
I mean,
depends.
RBing is good regardless. I think.
Yeah, Child
Yeah.
CL is also sad. That's just the timing and the guards.
Oh yeah, it was just because the seam walk, like I couldn't get up there, so then I had like one shot at guards, and of course I got caught in like the worst way possible too. Like I got all the frame perfect side ops, and then caught me anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if taking out Lon Lon skulls, it does look like a kind of nice row, just sand and fire, but of course, Lon Lon
Yeah,
is a bit.
like I'm sure it's probably a fast row.
Yeah, fine. Maybe, I don't know. All ranch skulls are just annoying.
Yeah.
Well, again, you know, that didn't. Link's still in the tournament. Doesn't impact you at all. Thanks for showing up and putting on a cool showing of the Lon
Cool
Lon
display.
Wait,
skulls.
there's no
Yeah.
Sarias on this board. I just realized. Dude, how did
Yeah,
we start
we were saying
doing anti and every single row was just lax and Sarias, and now
it's
it's
true. I
just
don't think we saw
not there
text
anymore.
transfer at all in the first 2 rounds. So
It's
sorry is
gone. It just
mysteriously missing.
disappeared. There were so many boards that had like Goron bracelet and greens on it, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm doing Sarias.
It's true.
It's just gone now. Damn.
Yeah, both of you will be in the bracket, and that'll be starting in the next couple of days. Should be exciting. We do have 2 more matches tomorrow. One to determine the last person to make bracket, and pretty close match between Garg and Slang. We're looking forward to.
So you
Oh,
said
yeah.
there was a odd number, right, in the bracket?
Yeah, there's gonna be 19
But-
people, so there's gonna be 3
Oh.
sort of like 3 round of 16 matches, and pretty sure you are guaranteed to be one of those egg. So
Yeah, I
Um,
imagine like the person who gets the buy is like the top person.
yeah, it's not exactly
Well,
like a
it's like
buy.
well,
It's like a
it's
extra
like the
round.
top 16. The top 16, like all essentially get a buy. I think. Is how that works.
Yeah, it's like I got the 13, and then like seeds 14 through 19 play each other for the last.
Oh yeah, the top 13. I guess.
It's
Three
all single
slots.
elimination.
So yeah, it should just be a few more weeks from here on out. Tight matches everywhere, so will be exciting. Yeah, that'll pretty much do it for me and the restream. Thanks Zero for commentating, and GG's to the runners. Thanks for putting this together. Glad we could show off some stuff.
Yeah, dude, anytime. Thanks for having me.
Any final words
Yeah.
from anyone?
GG's and GL to everybody.
Hopefully, Lon Ranch
Yeah,
doesn't
excited
show up
for
with-
bracket. Should be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let me see. Anyone is doing OT raid. May just end stream here. I can't see anyone really. But we'll be back tomorrow for at least one restream. maybe Zero, or someone could do Mally versus Cadron. No face, maybe.
I will try, but no promises.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.